Okay, welcome back to another monthly talk where I talk to myself alone. And that's all I do. Okay. I'm glad I'm actually still doing these, and this one is late, kind of because of a spring break thing that was happening, and just had a whole lot going on, didn't have time. I did actually plan to make this before I left and then just send it out during, but I was so busy trying to finish the animation that I just didn't have time to do that. My script actually right now starts with me talking about how I'm recording it early, which I'm not doing. Okay. But anyways, I did get my last part to my animation out around like I think Friday 2 weeks ago or something. I don't know. Though in doing so, I kind of didn't really promote it much and didn't do too well. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that. I don't know why you'd be watching this, but hadn't watched that. And also, I am going to figure out some ways to promote it more. I don't know. That's kind of the goal right now. Just a bit of that. And then other things I'll be kind of doing with that too is I'll probably make a whole video of just the entire thing, like combined, part one, two, and three. But I would be changing some certain specific parts, such as the audio from part one and the ending from part two. Also, I should kind of say, like part three to the end or whatever it's called, it is a little bit like quick paced, which I am aware of, and honestly, I would like to change it, but can't really because or I mean I can. So I can. But there's the whole thing with Adobe right now, and honestly not too happy with them myself. They tried closing Adobe Animate, and they're leaning so heavily towards AI that I don't really want to continue much using them. Also, I would like to then start learning a new program. So I kind of made a cutoff time and I went for it, and that's the animation now. I'm just going to try and continue making new ones that are better and don't need to dwell on the Adobe animated ones. I don't know. I just kind of want to be done using it. There's been a lot of glitches I keep running into, and I also keep losing a ton of work while doing those. So, not really exactly the best time to be using for my animation creation. Anyways, that'll be changing, but I will still be finishing up and putting all of them together. Probably not through Animate. Can't really do that in there. Other things I would also be doing to do it is I made like a ton of bloopers of me yelling at my microphone while trying to voice act. I thought, why not make that into a video? So that'll come out at some point. It'll be funny. Watch me go insane. I don't know. Kind of a bit of fun. I'll probably end up doing those later in the future if it goes well. I don't know. I'm kind of doing this all for just a bit of motivation and fun to put into my work. So why not? Then some other things I would be doing is I kind of just want to do a few shorts that will promote the videos once the bigger video is out. And I'll kind of just show off the different characters and whatnot and send you to the video. I don't know. So that's kind of the plan for all that, and wraps up the first, like, kind of animation story I had. Obviously, in the future, this is going to widen out into a bit bigger of a project, but right now that's all I have for it. Anyways, outside of that, I'd then be continuing on to or not Adobe, Moho Animation or Moho Pro, which basically, as I've explained before, is a rigging software, but it also does have frame-by-frame animation, which is fun. So I did learn a bit of that, but I will be doing more, and kind of what I did way earlier in the year, or last year. I did a small Pokemon animation that was based off of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. I'll probably do something similar to learn Moho, because when I look back at like the file that that animation was in, it was actually all on the same scene. The entire thing that I made was on the same scene. So basically, between when I made that animation and now, I learned so many new things. And I'm kind of thinking the same thing will happen with Moho. And if I make an animation in it, I will better understand how to continue with the story that I want to create. So that's my goal. I'll be first making a Pokemon animation that'll probably come out start of the summer if I had to guess, but really I have no way of knowing. There's seriously no way. And then I would also be then thinking about what I want to do with the story of Arcanimus. And like, what did I call it actually? Bound Upon Spells. I kind of like that name because it will imply something in the future. Who knows? But basically, I am still drawing some characters for it, and I'll still be working on that in the background while doing my other things. But once I start, I am hoping to build a little more cohesive of story and plan out a little better, but it'll still tie into what I made already. That's kind of it, except for a few other things, which is like, I mean, in the meantime, I might make a few smaller, quick animations on, like, if a life series happens for, like, that whole Minecraft group, or if I just want to make a little quick animatic for fun and do something different every once in a while. I know the gigs have been playing D&D, so I might make just a quick fan animation of that. It's a lot of fun to just be able to make something that isn't really needing to have me think of how like I want it to all start, because it's already kind like all the audio's already made. I just have to draw around it. So I'll be doing some of that, and that's about it. Okay. Goodbye. Whee! I don't really know where to end or how to end this. Well, so that's, yeah. Where can I actually end this? I told myself to do this at the start, but I actually had a little bit of a script. But I originally wanted to do this like before I left and couldn't do this anymore. So it's really mismatched. It's a really mismatched script. It starts with me talking about how I'm recording this early and there's a lot happening. So I might not be able to finish my animation on time. But if I have it, or if I even know if I'll have it another chance to record. So then I go on to say, okay, if I get my animation done, I'll say this. My future plans are to like make some bloopers for the animation, voice clips, making a combination of all parts of the series, but changing the first one slightly to fit more. I don't know. and then it just kind of stops. The next like part is on to the next steps being ... I never finished this. The best part is I know I actually recorded this, but just didn't have time to edit it together, so I decided to record this new one. I don't know what I was doing, to be fully honest. Anyways, that's about it. Maybe I'll show some pictures when I actually edit this, because I've been drawing things, and why not? Hopefully I can actually find some footage. Okay, well, that's kind of it. Go watch something of mine, or not. But I I do like seeing that people do watch it sometimes, even if it's not a lot. It's kind of it. Wee.